free will or not. We all have a free will, meaning we can do with our lives whatever we want. By doing what we want, we speak about all areas of our lives. Relationships, career, activities, what we spend our energy on. So we have this free will and can do what we want. Then why is it that many of us either are not fully doing what we really want, or seem to not know what it is we really want? Or say we are doing with our lives what we really want, but there are some things that could be better and hopefully change in the future. One could respond with, well, we can't have it all, or some things are not in my control, it is unrealistic to even want to be able to do what we really want. Or I learned to be happy with what I'm given, so sometimes I have to let go of what I want. Any of these responses could be translated as, yes, we have a free will, but it does not mean we can do what we want. It is not that simple. It is us saying, yes, I have a free will, but life led me to where I am now. So then, life, the events that happened in it, the experiences, surroundings, opportunities, all form a container for our free will. The free will is there, but contained. And this is one of the real reasons many of us do not do what we really want. Because mostly unconsciously we settled for that. The container is our reality, and many of us don't want to challenge this. Because keeping this in place feels safe, in control, and we can place a lot of responsibility outside of ourselves. And dear ones, that is also logical and understandable. Because what if we would stop doing that? What if we would ignore the container? Then suddenly there are so many choices to make, so many forks in the road. Suddenly a lot of questions would pop up, probably confusion and fear. But you'll see that when you decide to open up to your free will without limiting it, it will not be like that. You will start to plant seeds first. Seeds of unconditional openness and love, maybe to start with. And then you'll start to water them. Maybe one by one, maybe per group of seeds. The sprouts that will start to grow will help bring what was once buried underneath the soil, your subconscious, to the surface. The sprout will start to feel what is truly good for it to grow, to flourish. You will sense more clearly what is helping it grow and what is withholding it from doing so. Therefore, you don't have to worry about changing your environment necessarily. Because now that you feel clearly what makes the sprout crumble or retreat back into the soil, you will respond to your inner guidance. You will have the opportunity to notice what it is you truly feel if you allow those sprouts to be seen, by you in the first place. An often subconscious fear of doing so is we will get more sensitive, feel too much, or risk being hurt more. But the thing is, all that you would feel and notice was already always there, but in the soil, hidden from even your own awareness, leading to the seed never being seen or watered, staying there in the soil, the sprout never popping up and therefore never being able to consciously decide what direction it longs to grow in. Maybe it's even just being nourishment for the sprouts around it, leaving you with a nagging feeling that something is missing or something is off, less than ideal. Those seeds altogether, forming your potential, possibilities which could be encouraged by your free will, sit in the soil, waiting for their time to come. The time for the sprouts to finally pop up, grow, flourish, and become a field more beautiful, powerful, graceful, and joyful than you could ever imagine. But the time will never come. Because you know those sprouts will not pop up by themselves. not unless we water those seeds and are able to allow them to sprout and pierce through the soil. And to be able to do so, we will need to be aware of the seeds that are there. When we keep them hidden for ourselves in the soil, we will not see or experience them inside of ourselves consciously. All we would feel is that there is something inside of us that we cannot seem to grasp. We would then try to control or analyze that what we can't see with the intent to let our field flourish in some way. So we would maybe get sprouts from others which we plant in our container. Or we may plant some of our seeds and then tell them to only grow within the container. And the field may then sometimes even feel like it is not fully your own field. The field may need constant attending to. There is always some weed to fight, some areas to control. What if we do want to experience how to fully flourish in life? Do we just have to break that container open and start off as if it was never really there? Start with a blank page? Not necessarily, no. Most people are not able to do so without moving into a panic attack. What you can do is to just start to look at your container, peek into the soil, notice all the seeds that are still there. There's no need to attack or fight the container or break it down with a sledgehammer. You'll see that there are ways to at first just look at both the container you created and at the same time uncover what it is you really want. You can peek through the container and see what it is made of. Decide maybe what you want to let go of bit by bit. It does not need to mean you will want to change over your whole life. You can even decide to keep parts of the limitations there. Remember, you have a free will, right? The nagging feeling already will reduce a whole lot when at least you know what is there, when at least you can see all of it, when you are able to become conscious of what is hidden from you now. You will be able to experiment, and you may end up in wonder and awe about who you are and what you can do to flourish. You have been listening to a production from The Red Tree. For more of our work, visit theredtree.com with 3 as a number.